Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Find, where we show you something you might have missed on Ancestry.com in 5 minutes or less. Today, we're going to debunk a few genealogy myths. I think the most common myth is that everybody knows they're Native American. Now, you very well may be, but often this is based on something like, your grandma said her grandma was a Cherokee princess. Native Americans didn't have royalty, so at least it wasn't a Cherokee princess. Why wouldn't it have been a king or a queen? Wouldn't that have been more entertaining and more impressive? You have to prove Native American ancestry like everything else. You might try taking an ancestry DNA test. That might reveal something. Or work through it step by step. There is a great article, Great-Great-Grandma Was an Indian, in our Learning Center. I suggest you start there and work through the steps on that. Next myth. Our family name was changed at Ellis, Islan. 99% of the time, and even more, that just simply did not happen. It may have been changed along the way, but not at Ellis Island. Names were recorded as they were in the manifest, not as they were told to the recorder. Read this article, Why Your Family Name Was Not Changed at Ellis Island, and one that was, for some helpful tips on understanding this. Next up, my family's from a burned county. There's nothing I can do. There are no records. Well, that's probably not true. Sure, there were plenty of records destroyed, but that doesn't mean you should give up. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But it's still doable. Records or copies of records may have been stored elsewhere. Sometimes the court asks residents to bring in copies and re-recorded them. Also, maybe everything wasn't destroyed. It might have been, but not always. Not all records are stored in the courthouses. They're stored in other places. Was your county part of another county at one time? Check that courthouse. Often you'll find other documents. There's still lots of state and federal records, school and church records, and also county and local histories. Don't give up. The answers are out there. Next up, all records are online. Wouldn't that be great if that were true? And there are billions of records digitized and online, and billions more that have been indexed and put online as well. But current estimates, that's only about 5% of all genealogically relevant records. Start online. It's always easier to do your research in your jammies, sipping your favorite beverage. But let's face it, there's a lot of stuff out there that will help you solve those brick walls that's not been put online yet. How about this one? Everyone has a birth, marriage, and death certificate. If only. Many states didn't even require it until after 1900, so it's probably not going to be true. You want to check the Ancestry.com wiki for more information about your state and when they started recording which vital record. Let's try this one on. All government records are correct. All online trees are wrong. That just sounded wrong when I said it. Anything that says all of one thing or another, that's usually not right. Birth, marriage, and death records are likely correct, but they may and do contain errors. I've seen tombstones that had the death date wrong. You just never know where you're going to find an error. And sure, online trees may have errors, and because they're constructed by humans, chances are there's going to be more of them there than other places. But there's also a lot of goodness there, and there's also a lot of information that can lead you to break down your brick wall. If you just simply ignore it because you know there may be errors there, you may be missing that very, very important clue. So when someone tells you that such and such is always true in genealogy, you're a genealogist. Do a little research. Verify it. Google it. Start Googling family history or genealogy myths and legends. You'll be amazed at what you find. And keep searching. Even if somebody tells you something is not true or not there, don't necessarily believe them. The answers are out there. Some are a lot harder to find, but that makes them more worth finding. This has been 5 Minute Find, Favorite Genealogy Myths Debunked with Anne Gillespie Mitchell. Happy searching!